We had Ellie in 2021, so COVID was still very prevalent. It was very real still, so we didn't have any visitors because we wanted to keep her safe. And I do remember us being in the hospital with her, and I have a 10-year-old at the time and a 3-year-old at home, so it was just the two of us and her, and it was so peaceful and it was so calm. It was like overwhelming kind of happy. I never knew like this was a thing. I had 2 other kids. I'm like, oh. I remember having a conversation with one of my friends that was pregnant, and she's like, oh, I'm so worried about getting postpartum depression. I was like, oh, I've never had it. I think I was kind of in denial. So, I'm like, oh, I don't need help. Nothing's wrong with me. Like, this is normal.
Things started going downhill. She stopped sleeping. I tried to get her help, like pastoral help, kind of try to get her into counseling, kind of figure out what was going on. So we really didn't know really what was going on. And then I went out of town one day and I just had this stomach feeling that I needed to be back home, like something was severely wrong. And as soon as I walked through the door, she had tried to commit suicide.
I think if I would have gotten help sooner, it would not have escalated so far. I was actually diagnosed with postpartum psychosis, so it is a little bit different than postpartum depression. I was admitted to the mental health unit at Kettering. I was actually in the mental health hospital for probably over a month. It was what I needed. I definitely received care that I never thought I would need, but that I will forever be grateful for. They truly did save my life. As a mom, it's so important to take care of your mental health because, obviously your kids depend on you. And if you're not okay, you can't take care of them. I was not okay. It really put things into perspective for me because my husband, I'm like, oh my gosh, if it wasn't for you, advocating for me, he really did fight for me. And that has completely changed our relationship and just how much he does love me and our family.
I just knew that I had to keep fighting for, I had faith, I have a relationship with God, I just knew that, he had spoke something into my life, and then it was confirmed one day, and I think that solidified that she was going to be okay.
I definitely have just a different perspective on life. Family is super important, and just, life is so short, but it's so good. Our house is full of laughter and love, always. I'm so thankful because my life could have been so much different.
It was for better, for worse, and that, and by her stepping up and being bold with what she's doing, telling her story, she's going to help save other people's lives. And I think at the end of the day, that's what's important. If it's to save one life, we've done our job.